I've done a massage and my hands are oily, my camera gets a little bit. Okie dokie. So let's just start with warrior pose. So bend that front knee in line with the ankle. The back leg, can you see how the back foot's slightly turned in? And then really push into kind of like the lateral side of the foot to stabilise and take the pressure off the knee, and let's just gently come up. It's nice to see you on Wednesday class, Serena. She misses this class, don't you, babe? And for four more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then just take your hand onto your knee and just take it over and take a beautiful breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Well done. And then just come into that pose, slide the shoulder blades down. Just take a gaze at your thumb and then gently take that hand to the inner calf. Bring the other hand up, pull the shoulder blade back, opening up the chest. Take the gaze up to ceiling. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then gently back up. And then this time, just take them hands behind your back. Notice how much tension you may have in the pecs, chest muscles, chin to chest. Move the hips backwards and try and take your arms up a little bit as well. And you can just come into that half fold, or you can come a little bit more down, seeing what the legs feel like. And take a breath in and gently back up. And I'm just thinking about some sea air then, Jack, actually. Jacqueline went to the seaside. I should have done over Christmas. Okay, and then let's go the other way. So again, ever so slightly turn the back foot slightly in, just to help stabilise, and round. And for 2. For 3, reach 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the hand on, and then again, try and just kind of bring the shoulder blade back before you come over. Take a breath in. Out breath. Try and make your breath really full. Inhale, out breath, last one, and then again, just come up into warrior pose, slide the shoulder blades down, look at the thumb, and then just take that hand into the inner calf, bring the other hand up to ceiling, pull the shoulder blades back, take a breath in, and out. In and out. Last one, breath in and gently up. Well done. And then just gently come back to centre. Okay, come back to centre then. And then keep the shoulder blades down. Let's do some little squats. So remember, with the squat, we're not going like this. We're taking the hips backwards. So keep the core engaged. Gently down and back up. And 2, if you've been sacked over Christmas, not doing much, the hips might be a bit tight. So we'll do a little bit of hip mobility as well. And for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then just take the leg forward. Yeah, shoulders down. Again, just to get rid of that stiffness in the joint. We're just going to take a lovely circle. And 2. So in and round. So think about the hip. It's a ball and socket joint. So the knee as well, although the knee's a hinge joint, it does need a little bit of rotation. So it feels quite good through the knee, this one. And then the other direction. And 8, 7. It's windy today. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades down, weight slightly forward and gently down. Woo! And 2, and 3. Oh, Serena, thanks babe. I had a nice bubble bath. Serena bought me some Neom. I can never say it properly. Smelled lovely. And I slept really well last night. And I had 9 hours sleep. I couldn't believe it. And 6, 5, 4, 3. I think I was making up Debs for the night before when I were up at 3 o'clock. And then take the back heel down, guys. Hold that lovely deep stretch through the calf muscle. Hold. Take a breath in. And out. Really deep breathe in through the nose. All the way out. And again. Beautiful. And switch sides, so into just the hip mobility first, warming up the joint, keep the shoulders down. So do exactly the same with, good. I was telling Janet yesterday, I had some roasted vegetables in yesterday while I was teaching my lunchtime class. They were burnt when I got out, Janet. And then the other way. And Mason said, "You're not going to give us burnt soup, are you, Mum? Only you could burn soup," he said. How rude. And 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Back leg nice. Whoop, nice and long. I've done HIIT again this morning, so I'm a bit tired. And again. 2 lots of 8. For 2. Always watch that front knee. 3, bend the back knee as well. 4. For 4. 3, 2, 1, 8 more for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and we're well done. Push the back heel down, guys. If I run off at about 25 past, it's just my partner in crime, who I'm doing my retreat with. She's coming too. We're going to book our flights today for Girona. And beautiful. Well done. Good work. Okay, let's take it into a first position. So just take the heels together, shoulder blades down, and all I want you to do, we're not coming up into calf raise. I just want you to literally feel that you're drawing the femur, your big thigh bone, draw it in and up, pelvic floor in and engaged. So you're just using a bit of core support, and then take it into our lovely Markham and Wise. And for 1. So heels together, Lorraine. We're just going to draw it through our pelvic floor into that Markham and Wise. And for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then flip the feet back into parallel, and then just take your arms out. So again, when you're bringing arms out, try not to bring them to the front. So try and think about that length through the collarbones. Lift, palms up, over, and lower. So try and keep up into that balance. Good. And then lower. So up, palms up, balance, down, and lower. Good. 8 more. And 8, 7, 6, 5 more, Excellent. 3 more. 2. And let's hold it up on this last one. You'll probably do better than me on this one. Just hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then just a great big circle. Oh, nice and slow. So as you take it up, then when you start bringing it back, bring these shoulder blades together. 2 more. Last one. Good, the other side. And again. 2 more. Last one. Oh, beautiful. And because I don't know if Lorraine missed or not, we're going to do, I don't know if we did any squats anyway. We're going to do some nice wide squats. So shoulder blades down, tight through the tummy, hips backwards, and let's do 30 of these. And 2. Apologies if we've done them already. I can't remember. 3, 4. God, don't you feel better after a good night's sleep, guys? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 more. So remember to push into the heel. Let the heel kind of drive the forward motion back up. And 15, 14, shoulders down. You can even do a little kind of stretch as you come back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, beautiful. Okay, let's just do a couple of little circles. So we'll use a few weights, but again, if you just want to do your arm actions and you don't want to do the weights, then that's fine. Benefits of weights are obviously really good for bone density. We lose a lot of strength as we get older, but obviously if you're feeling a bit tight, you might decide not to use them today. So grab hold of, I bought some new ones yesterday, some pretty lavender ones. So grab hold of, I'm going to use 2.5s today. Remember, if you've never used weights before, if you're watching it somehow on YouTube, if you find the link to breast cancer, really you want to make sure always, in fact guys, just put them down, let's just check. So a really good thing to check if your range of motion is there, is that if you are lifting a weight to abduction, you need to be able to get your arm to that right angle. So provided that's okay, that range of motion, then the other side, you're okay to lift weights in that movement plane. Obviously just start on something like a 0.5 kilo to start with. Yeah? Bicep is generally pretty easy, even post-surgery, it's probably one of the easier ones. Yeah, good. Front raise, again, can you get your arm to there? So if any of the movement patterns you feel like you can't get, and certainly if you've got frozen shoulder, that can be a little bit tough, then don't lift the weight in that direction. The other one that we do, dumb waiter. So again, external, internal rotation. That's a nice movement to do with or without weights. My friend's got a lot of rotator cuff issues at the minute. She's got to do these 30 times a day times 3. Yeah, and then extension. So again, just go easy, Debs. If this one feels good, then again, when you're taking your arms backwards, make sure you're not kind of moving like this, not like a robot. So everything's keeping very still, and you're just taking back. So they're the movements that we're going to do. If that felt great, then feel free to lift some weights. Okie dokie. So we'll start with bicep, because it's the easiest one. I should probably, yeah. So what you want to do is, ideally you want to have a couple of different weights. I can probably do 5 kilo bicep, no problem, but it would be too much for me to do an extension in that. So sometimes, I'm not suggesting you hold 2 weights together, guys. It can be a little bit difficult if you've got little hands. And again. Or it might be worth, I got these in Sports Direct yesterday, there's a sale on at the minute. But it might be worth getting maybe, you know, if you're using 1 kilos, you'd probably be fine doing a 2 kilo in a bicep. 3, 2, and 1. That's a bit much for me. And the other side, I'm not quite as strong on my left. So this is like a 5 now. But like I say, never increase the weight at the same time as you increase the repetition. 5, 4, keep the neck long, length through the crown of the head. 2, and 1. Well done. And then I'm just going to take 1 down just to do abduction. So with abduction, let's just take opposite leg away. So shoulder blades down, because this is a lighter weight. We can do more reps. So lift and lower, and try and control it. This is a little bit too light for me. So lift and lower. And try and keep the shoulder blades almost together, not pinching, but so you've got a little bit of length through the chest. And for 4, 3, 2, and then just hold it up if you can, just hold it. Lengthen through the crown of the head and just push back a little bit. Maybe don't do this one dead on your bad arm, just see how it feels, babe. Because you're really working through them traps. 3, 2, 1, gently down. Good for toning though. And then again, shoulder blades down, length through the crown of the head. Control it as much on the way down as on the way up. Yeah, so we're not doing this. We're not flinging. Beautiful. And 6, 5, 4, 3. Shoulder strength, so important. It breaks my heart every time I look at my mum and she can't take a top off of the lid and stuff like that. And lift that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely harder for me on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then gently down. And then just pick, sorry about up and down, guys, pick your other one up. We'll just do a little bit of front raise. So with front raise, try not to again bring the shoulders like this. So keep the shoulders down. We're just going to come up on our feet as well. And down. And 2. Again, really nice kind of connection. So let the weight gently come down. You'll notice if you ever go to a gym that this is when people really clam. So they control it up and then they let it drop really quickly. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then into your first position again, just draw the belly. So I like to go into first because I think it makes you feel like you're really drawing the pelvic floor in and up. And then hold, keep your elbows glued together. Think about your ribs, really important that the ribs are in and down, they're together, one big unit. Don't let the ribs separate. Shoulders down, take it out and pulse. 1, 2, 3, back in. Take it, 1, 2, 3. Back in, keep that length. Out, 1, 2, 3. Try and keep elbows glued. 1, 2, 3. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. And back. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Then just 8 singles. 4, 8. 4, 7. 4, 6. 5. 4. Good. 3. 2. and 1. And then, is Sandra on today? Yeah, sure. And then we're going to take it into triceps. So there's 2 ways of doing triceps. You can do it overhead like this, lifting if you want. Or you can do it arms straight and back in. I might do this one for a change. So just be careful that you don't bang your head. I don't know why my camera's really dark. Anyway. And 8, 7, so it just comes towards the shoulder. 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently down. Take it down that other side. Nose, and then again. So up. Yeah, so 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, got stretches next, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, good. So you really want to try and strengthen the shoulder girdle in as many kind of directions as you can. So let's always make sure you stretch out through the neck. So before we do kind of through the shoulders and neck, I just want you to soften your knees. We're just going to do a little bit of a roll down. So chin to chest, just go easy. Lorraine, see how it feels, babe? And then just gently back, and then weight forward. You might just want to come to your knees with the hands and stick your bum up into a cow pose and then round. This can feel really nice. It's just a move that some people struggle a bit with. But it's basically not overthinking it, doing a cat to cow but in a half bent position. Yeah, and you can, if you want, come all the way towards the floor. And just rest there, have a little sway in action. Try and use your breath to relax. Yeah, inhaling. Out breath. In. And gently up. Did you detect that one side of the back was a little bit tighter? So if it was, we're just going to take one foot over the other, the leg that's in front, take that hand up towards the ceiling, and then try not to go forward, reach up, and then just over, stretching a little bit through the hip, a little bit through that lateral side of the body. Take a breath in, and out. Try not to shallow breathe. Inhale through the nose. And out. And again, inhale. And out. And then just gently back to center position. Slide the shoulder blades down, soften the front knee, bring the hips back to our imaginary wall and the weight forward, and just gently, gently start mobilizing the spine. Stretching through the hamstrings. You might almost feel it into your lower kind of butt cheek, into the lower back. Again, don't force it down. You don't have to touch the floor. Again, let the breath. So let your arms become really heavy like a rag doll. Take a breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 2 more. And then out breath as we gently, gently start coming up. Oh my God, I love that stretch. Nice realise how tight my hamstrings are. And then just come to the other direction. So over, the other leg in front, the same hand comes up towards the ceiling. Push out into that iliotibial hip stretch. Take a breath in and out. In and out. 2 more. Last one, breath in. And back to centre. Soften the front knee. Take the hips back, the weight forward. So just combining, guys, flexibility, mobility and strength today. Just gently let the head just hang. Again, take some deep breaths in and out. And out. In. And out. 2 more breaths. Last one. And gently restack. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, well done. So I don't know quite how, it's 1:05, but anyway, let's get down on the floor. We'll just get you seated and we'll do some shoulder stretches and neck on the floor. So sit kind of like in a Z leg, I call this, a shin box, unless it feels uncomfortable, and then if it does, some people prefer to sit like this. Yeah. And all I want you to do is try and listen to the instructions versus kind of copy me, guys, because sometimes when you're on Zoom and my left is your right, so I'll give instructions, otherwise I'll forget. So take your left hand on your right knee, yeah, and then your right hand on the floor behind your foot, yeah, and then just take a gaze around that shoulder. Just go easy, don't force it. Take a breath in and out. In and out. You will all feel this in different places. I feel it round about my mid-thoracic spine. So round about your brow strap area is where I feel it. Last one. And back to centre. So that's where you were tight last week, Debs, through that kind of mid-thoracic. And then right hand onto left knee. Yeah, left hand behind you. And then again, try and keep your chin parallel. I'm not very good at demonstrating this because I have a few issues with my neck. And then just turn and try and look over that shoulder. Take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And out. And then back to centre. And just notice if you did feel a little bit tight on rotation. And then, so remember, this is for you, Serena. Remember when we did this that time, you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. The front knee, yeah, so this is my back leg. The front knee, I'm going to turn towards it. Yeah, not the other way. Turn towards it and then just reach forward into like a half shell stretch. Just take the forearms down and again take some nice breaths in through the nose. And out. So almost try and broaden the back on the inhale. Two more. Last one. Well done. Gently back up to centre. This is when you could do, you can just sit if you want, just literally sit like this. I'll show you this one if you don't like the one that I'm going to do in a sec. You can just do some rotations of the head, 4 or 5 in one direction, and then chin to chest. Or you can try and come up like this with me. Yeah, I know for some people this is really, really hard. Or you might be able to do this, but you might feel that you want to work more on your neck. 3. Good. 4. And try, you'll want to swivel big time. Try and keep your pelvis as still as you can. 1. And relax. Well done. Good work. And then come to the other side of the shin box. Might feel a little bit, you might almost feel like you're doing that already with this one. Yeah, and all we're going to do is just turn into that front knee. Remember the front knee. And we're just going to come into that half shell stretch. Again, take a breath in. And out. Try and breathe deeply into the rib cage. Inhale in, expanding the ribs. And out. And again. Definitely tighter through this left side of the body. Last one. And then gently back. And again, you can practice. I'm going to get you started on this one. Don't be alarmed if you can't do this side and you could do the other one. Much easier to get up on one side. So don't worry if you can't. If you can, yeah, you might need to use your hand a little bit and that's fine. So you might need to kind of just, but try and persevere if you can with hip work. Yeah, or you can just do some rotations of the neck, which is probably what I need more. My hips are better than my neck. And 2. And a little. Just do 2 more if you're doing the hip ones, guys. And beautiful. Well done. And then just come over onto a 4-point kneeling. Just to push into the mat, so push away from the mat, if that makes sense, lifting the breastbone, and then take your bum into the air, take a breath in, and then ever so slowly start just articulating that lower back as we start rounding. I can tell my back felt amazing when I started. When I did a class last night, so I did lots of nice stretches as well yesterday, didn't we, at the end of the class, Jenna? But I've done a bit of jumping this morning in here, so I can just feel there's a little bit of impact. So again, just some nice little stretches before we do a little bit more strength work. And 2. Just notice how the more cat-to-cow you do, the easier it starts to come. And then just take the knees out wide, just sit back into that full child's pose. And again, you can just lie there and just think about the breath, the deep breath. Or I like to sometimes have a little sway. So just side to side. I'm really trying to think about breath this new year, so trying to take big, big in breaths, big, big out breaths. We definitely shallow breathe too much, guys. We definitely don't get rid of all that exhalation. So try and almost make your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. And then just on the next one, bend the elbows and take both arms round, lengthening the top hand over the bottom hand. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one. Well done. And to that other side. So again, reaching the top hand over, feeling that gorgeous lateral stretch of the body. Notice when you inhale how you increase that lateral thoracic breath, so you breathe into the ribs. Out breath. And again. Beautiful. And back to centre. So let's come on. It's a standing joke in my house with the boys at the minute. Oh, why don't you ever get cold moments? Because you're moving all the time. I'm like, it is. So, remember we've got lots of lymph kind of through our torso as well, lymph nodes. Say again?
Have we done our stretches for our arms?
Thank you. No, well done. Well done. So, sit however you want to feel comfortable, guys. Yeah, I got carried away with them thingy ones, didn't I? So, whichever way, my go-to is this position. Some people like to sit like that. Oh, I hate that. So, yeah, thanks, Janet. Sorry, I look like crystal tips. Take that up, and then back, and then push down. Yeah, very important after you've strengthened to stretch. Thank you, my lovely. And hold. It's like when I used to first start teaching, Janet, I'm sure when I did side leg, I used to send people out with one butt cheek better than another. And just hold. Again, breath in. Good, and the hand that's on the elbow, take it to the head. The one that's in between the scapula, take it back. That can feel a bit intense, obviously, pulling the shoulder blades together. And just pull them back and then take a little sideways stretch. Try not to be alarmed if your neck feels tight. Mine does always. If I didn't do this, I don't think I'd be able to move my neck very well at all. So we all have a bit of an Achilles heel. Mine is my neck. Linked to sort of hearing, and then just gently, little nod. Good, keep the chin towards the chest, take the gaze down to the floor. Oh, lovely. And then just take that hand out. You can bend the elbow if you want, or keep it straight, they both work. And thank Janet for that reminder. One of my clients, Karen, she's brilliant. If ever I forget, she's like, other leg, Joe. And just hold. Beautiful, well done. I like to just switch around if I'm in that position, just because it's nice to basically sit in both. And then again, up into tricep, back, push down. Another good reason to stretch, not just obviously to prevent the muscles becoming too shortened and obviously tight, but it just helps with range of motion as well, doesn't it? So if you stop doing this move, eventually you're not going to be able to do it. So although this is a stretch, it is obviously really working through that range of motion as well. And just take a deep breath in. Good. And the hand that is at the elbow, take it to the back, and then just hand on, and then just into that other side. And again, you can just hold this, or you can have a little nodding dog. Sometimes nodding dog can feel a little bit too much for me. I'd rather just hold the stretch. Particularly on a Wednesday when I've been doing plank. then gently back to centre. Well done. Good. Let's stick with that actually, Janet. So let's come down and then just go through stretch now. We'll just do a little bit of neck work. So we won't get the roller out, guys, but we'll just take a little chin to chest. Just bend your knees, nice neutral spine, and just take right ear to shoulder and then left ear to shoulder. And again. Remember, we've got lots of muscles leading out of the spine. Yeah, and they go right up to the occipital ridge. Yeah, so right up into the skull. I think people forget that we have muscles around the neck. So they need stretching. We probably don't do them enough. Oh God, that feels good. We won't do the rotation, Janet. And then just keep in this position and then just take arms up to ceiling, hug somebody and then retract them down. And you want the shoulder blades to be on the mat. Yeah, palms together and then we're just going to take it back. Because we're on the floor, it's a little bit easier to concentrate without, I mean, I love being on the roller, but sometimes people kind of a bit worried about falling and stuff. So in this position, because you're on the mat, really just make sure that when you take your arm backwards, your ribs don't come with you. Yeah, so the ribs are nice and settled, and there's more chance that you will get the thumb to the floor. Yeah. Try not to have the arms kind of too close to each other as well, because that will obviously close up a little bit through the pecs. If that's enough today and you don't want to do helicopter, you can just do some abduction kind of work, just into like crucifix, if you prefer. Or you can combine the two, circle round and then back up. And again. So remind me next week, guys, we won't do side leg today. Sorry, Serena. We'll work more on a little bit of spine health and abdominals, and then we'll do a bit more glute work. We did quite a few legs stood up today as well. And the last one. Debs will be going, yay! I hate side leg. Okay, so let's just, just this silly hair. I've had hit this morning, that's also it's all a mess. So all I want you to do is let's do a couple of bridges. So with bridge, if we're doing abdominal work, which we're going to do in a minute, our feet would be a little bit further away. Because we're doing bridge, we're walking the heels towards the bum, lengthening through the front of the chest. If you can balance, turn the palms up to ceiling, and that'll open up the chest a lot more if you're a little bit forward shouldered. So chin towards the chest, take a lovely breath in through the nose. Close your eyes, gently roll that lower back into the mat, squashing something imaginary underneath and start lifting the bum. Really go slow, guys, lifting the lower back, the mid back. You might just want to stay on the ribs today. You might not want to come as far as the shoulder blades. Just see how the back feels. Sending the knees and the shins forward. Take a breath in and slowly lower. All the way through, imprint, release. Let's do two more, gently back. Lifting the bum, articulating the spine away, bone by bone. Sending the hips high, the knees long, only on the shoulder blades, keeping the ribcage down. Breath in. Slowly down. Beautiful. Last one. Gently roll back, lifting the bum, sending the knees and the hips forward, keeping that spine super, super strong. Slowly down. All the way through imprint. Imprint's when the whole of the spine's on the mat. And then back to that neutral. So remember that tray of drinks, that tray of water this month, no more fizz. Keep that nice and still. And then just walk your feet away a little bit. Yeah? So we're in that nice neutral spine. We're not going crazy today, but what I want you to really work on is neutral. Pubic bone, hip bones level, pubic bone, belly button level, and the hip bone. So you've got like a diamond shape. Hip bones are not higher or they're not squashing into the mat. So the ribs are in and down. Little chin to chest. Draw the right knee up into tabletop. If you want to come into imprint to bring the left leg up, you can, but then tip forward ever so slightly. Yeah? Chin towards the chest. Feel free to put a block underneath the head if you need it, but try and control your own head if you can. Keep that core tight. So think about that navel to the spine. And then just take the right leg forward and then gently back. So last night, I can't do it on Zoom guys, but last night I had a studio only class and I went round, so just visualise I'm coming round and checking, putting my hand underneath the lumbar spine, that lower back area, and there's no movement in it when you take the leg out and there's no movement when you take the leg in. Or visualise running water and just gently flow. The ribs are remaining in contact at all times. Let's do 10 more. 10. Make sure you breathe in. 9. 8. 7. Better to do like 20 good than like 40 in like imprint. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Whoa, well done. And then just cross your ankles. So just homework guys, just really try and focus on neutral spine. Yeah, doing abdominal work in neutral and just pulling the knees into chest. Have a good old stretch of that lower back. Deep breathing. And again. Two more. Last one. Gorgeous. And then just take your arms out to capital T. Glue your legs together. Try and be neutral spine again. Control the movement of the legs with the abdominals. So when you take the knees to the right, the head to the left, think about stretching the back here. So we're now going to practice belly breath. Inhale, let the belly rise up towards the ceiling. Out breath, draw the tummy in. Use the abdominals to bring the knees back to centre. So a little bit of core control, but a lot about back stretch as well. Go the other way. Inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath, draw the tummy in. Back to centre. And again, 2 more. Take the knees over. Inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath, draw the tummy in. Back to centre. And the other way. Back to centre. Last one. Take the knees over. Inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath. Back to centre. And last one. And back. Feel free continue your practice with side leg, guys. But otherwise, come over onto your front. We're just going to literally tuck the toes, take a nice little cow, a nice cat, 2 more. Last one. And then back to neutral. Nice, hips nice and high. Just take the right heel down, the left heel, the right, the left. You can, if you want, soften the knees just and then walk the hands towards the feet for a change. So you're in that like half fold and just have a little bouncing action. And then just gently, gently. So next week we'll do a little bit more balance and a little bit more legs. So just take yourself into a lovely, big pelvic circle. And the other direction. And let's hope 2023 is a good year for people, guys. And thank you. I'll just turn this one off.